I think that right now we are at a decision-making point and very close to a recession. And I'm worried about something worse than a recession if this isn't handled well. A recession is 2 negative quarters of GDP, and whether it goes slightly there, we always have those things. We have something that's much more profound. We have a breaking down of the monetary order. We are going to change the monetary order because we cannot spend the amounts of money. So we have that problem. And when we talk about the dollar and we talk about tariffs, we have that. We are having a profound changes in our domestic order, how ruling is existing. And we're having profound changes in the world order. Such times are very much like the 1930s. I've studied history, and this repeats over and over again. So if you take tariffs, if you take debt, if you take the rising power challenging the existing power, if you take those factors and look at the factors, those changes in the orders, the systems, are very, very disruptive. How that's handled could produce something that is much worse than a recession.
Hey, what's going up, bull runners? Welcome back to the channel. More and more verbiage is coming out that something like a great reset with the financial markets is potentially happening. Picture this: the crypto markets are buzzing, prices are swinging, and whispers of massive gains are floating around. Yet something feels off, like there's a storm brewing beneath the surface. Maybe it's the wild XRP predictions making waves, or the US crypto industry limping along, begging for a fix, or could it be the drama over mislabeled wallets shaking trust in the space? It's chaotic out there, and missing the real story could cost you big time. But don't worry, we're deep diving into the truth today. I'm breaking down the 5 reasons behind the jaw-dropping 525% XRP price forecast, why the US crypto scene needs a band-aid now, and what's really going on with Mantra's token crash. By the end, you'll see the market clearer than ever and know exactly what moves to make. Plus, here's the kicker. Stick with me till the end, and I'm going to give you an exclusive sneak peek into Altcoin Pro University, our thriving crypto community where traders and investors like you are leveling up every single day. Plus, we will be heading over to X to find out the breaking news in the crypto market today. We will also take a look at this week's red folder financial news that you need to know about before it happens. We will also be jumping into XRP in the charts, looking for our next resistance and support levels. Plus, we'll check in on our short-term and long-term momentum waves for XRP. We'll look at why XRP could break 525% to the upside, what the SEC is saying about the crypto industry today, and we'll dive deeper into the mantra drama that's happening with the Ohm token, and so much more in today's video. So if you're like most people where you don't have the opportunity to spend hours a day in the crypto markets, make sure you subscribe today, because that's what we do for you and bring it to you every single day. And if you're feeling bullish about this current bull run, let me know by commenting 777 down below. But first, let's head over to CoinMarketCap and check out the overall health of the crypto market today. First and foremost, we do have a $2.69 trillion market cap, total market cap for crypto, up 0.35%. And we are having some decent volume today, $93.55 billion worth of trading in the past 24 hours. We are still keeping an eye out on this $2.8 trillion level. If we can break the $2.8 trillion level, we could have a new higher high in the total market cap and potentially having a full market structure change. Right now, we've been having lower high after lower high, indicating a bearish market structure, but we are very close to flipping that back to bullish. Fear and greed index coming in at 29 today. Yesterday was a 32. Last week was extreme fear down at 17. Altcoin season index still saying it's very, very bullish on Bitcoin versus altcoins. Altcoin season sitting at a 16 out of 100. Bitcoin dominance coming in at 62.8%, up 2.06%. And as far as ETF tracking, last week was a down week for sure. Nothing but outflows for the ETFs. The new reports have not hit yet. We'll cover that tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe and come back. Last week finished off with an okay day, only down 5.7 million. The full week, though, however, ended up 717 million to the downside. Top 5 cryptos by total market cap: Bitcoin coming in at $1.6 trillion, Ethereum at $197 billion, Tether at $144 billion, XRP at $125 billion, BNB at $83 billion, and Solana coming in at $67 billion. Heading over to X to see what's happening right now in the market. Breaking: SEC delays the staking for Grayscale Spot ETH ETF. And we also, as you saw in the intro of the video, Ray Dalio, founder of Bridgewater Associates, says, "I'm worried about something worse than a recession. We have something that is much more profound. We have a breaking down of the monetary order." Red folder news to keep an eye on this week. Monday, nothing. Tuesday, nothing. And we do also have a short week because there is no trading Friday. So Wednesday is the big day. Core retail sales month over month will come out. Retail sales month over month. And Fed Chair Powell will be speaking on Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. So expect a very volatile day in the markets on Wednesday. Plus Thursday, we also have the unemployment claims coming out. As you saw in the fear and greed index, most people are still pretty fearful, but what's some optimistic things that we could find about XRP coming up for the rest of this year? Megabank out of UK, Standard and Chartered, said in a Q2 note to investors that XRP prices are about to rally as high as 275% from April by the end of this year. Digital asset researcher Jeff Kendrick said, "We think XRP price gains can keep pace with Bitcoin in real terms." And he added that Ripple's global payments token is uniquely positioned at the heart of one of the fastest growing uses for digital assets, facilitation of cross-border and cross-currency payments. Kendrick's targeted $5.50 for XRP's price by year end. Moreover, he mentioned that he could see the token trading at $12.50 before Trump leaves office in 2029. That would represent a gain of 525% over the XRP price of $2 and an average unrealized return on investment of 131%. And here are 5 metas driving XRP price higher on token exchanges in Q2. Number 1, USA Today says XRP is the most resistant to tariffs. Cryptocurrencies and stocks were highly sensitive to Trump's tariffs in his first term and have proven so again in this year. So a recent report in the USA Today is very bullish on XRP. The newspaper's investing section reported on April 4th, of the 3 biggest cryptocurrencies, XRP has been the most resistant to impact of tariffs. Number 2, there's a bullish XRP price falling flag continuation pattern. In addition to macro tailwinds blowing Ripple's way, there's a bullish technical indicator showing up on XRP's price chart. The same pattern preceded the payments token's explosive 90-day 600% Q4 rally from 50 cents to $3.50. Number 3, big Ripple surge in XRP network usage, 60% surge. For the value investor who eschews technical analysis in favor of fundamental analysis of crypto assets like Ripple token, a 60% April surge in XRP payment volume may be worth investigating. With such a massive increase in network usage for its payments use case, the concurrent slump in April prices for XRP may represent a window to make an entry into the asset at value. Meanwhile, Ripple saw a surge in new addresses holding at least 1 XRP. And number 4, Ripple acquires $1.25 billion TradFi and DeFi brokerage. In an impressive show of financial strength and strategic acme, Ripple Labs inked a deal in April to acquire Hidden Road, a $1.25 billion brokerage that financial clearinghouse for traditional and blockchain assets. As a result of the merger, Hidden Road's financial brokerage platform will use Ripple's new stablecoin RLUSD as collateral for its prime brokerage services. And Brad Garlinghouse says, with the tailwinds, we are continuing to pursue opportunities to massively transform the space, leveraging our unique position and strengths of XRP to accelerate our business and enhance our current solutions and technology. And the 5th and final reason is Bitcoin's cyclical support for XRP price growth. In addition to its own fundamentals and strategic competitive advantages, the XRP economy sits directly adjacent to Bitcoin's massive liquidity pool on several cryptocurrency exchanges and blockchains. It benefits from upward forces on daily market prices exerted by its prolific exchange economy, with Bitcoin and the original cryptocurrency's titanic gravity well for capital inflows. And on top of all of that, we also have all of the legal wins we've been going through, the ETF hype, bank adoption, tokenization push, and of course, the market momentum. And all of this matters because XRP isn't just another coin, it's a real world utility play. If these metas pan out, early investors could see life-changing returns, but it's not a sure thing, so stay sharp and do your research.
We just launched Altcoin Pro University, where our research team gives you real-time altcoin picks with explosive potential for this bull run, along with 100+ expert curated classes crafted by industry experts to discover these gems yourself, on top of our live weekly calls every single week for in-depth crypto market analysis and daily updates. And that's just a fraction of what we offer inside of Altcoin Pro University. Just go through the link in the description below, get in right now, watch the 26-minute video covering everything that Altcoin Pro University offers.
And in big SEC news, U.S. crypto industry needs a Band-Aid now, long-term solution later from Mark Ueda. Mark Ueda said a time-limited conditional exemptive relief framework for registrants and non-registrants could allow for greater innovation with blockchain technology within the United States in the near term. But why is this a big deal? Well, the U.S. is the crypto powerhouse, but tough regulations have scared off innovation. Companies like Coinbase and Ripple have been battling the SEC for clarity, and without it, the industry's stuck in limbo. Ueda is pushing for quick fixes like clear rules on what's a security to keep businesses from fleeing overseas. Long term, he wants a full overhaul. Think new laws that balance investor protection with growth. This matters because a healthy U.S. crypto market means more jobs, more investment, and a stronger global edge. And for us traders, it could stabilize prices and open new opportunities. But until those band-aids arrive, obviously we can expect more bumps. Now, what's going on with the Mantra token or the Ohm token? Mantra is denying insider trading. He came out and said that the Mantra Association, our key investors, our advisors, no one has sold, and we're going to categorically deny and also provide verifiable proof on-chain. Previous reports suggested that Laser Digital, a strategic Mantra investor, cashed out large portions of the Mantra Ohm token just before the cryptocurrency collapsed on April 13th. At least 2 wallets linked to Laser Digital were among 17 wallets that moved a combined 43.6 million Ohm tokens, worth about $227 million at the time, to exchanges before the crash, the blockchain analytics platform Look On Chain reported on April 13th. Laser Digital, though, is saying that they were not involved in millions of Ohm tokens being sold or moved to Binance. According to Arkham Data, a Laser Digital linked wallet, OXA4EE7, sent 6.5 million Ohm tokens to an unlabeled Arkham wallet address on April 11th. That wallet subsequently dumped the tokens on the OKX exchange in several transactions. Laser Digital subsequently denied Look On Chain's reports alleging its involvement of the OM, claiming that the reference wallets did not belong to it. Action from other Mantra investors. In addition to Laser Digital, some social media reports also linked the OM on-chain activity to an address allegedly tied to another Mantra investor, Sharuk Partners. According to Look On Chain data, a wallet associated with Shane Shin, a founding partner at Sharuk Partners, received 2 million OM tokens on April 13th at 11:52 a.m., hours before the crash. Shim also subsequently denied selling the tokens, stating that the transfers implied wallet-to-wallet transactions rather than transfers to an exchange. Both Laser Digital and Sharuk were among the investors in the $109 million Mantra Ecosystem Fund, MEF, announced on April 7th. The representative also emphasized that Sharuk is an equity investor in Mantra, not solely a token investor, and this means that our focus is on long-term growth for the project. Now, as you know, that could be a case. It could be a good excuse because they want to see long-term investment, long-term success. However, if their investment was a couple $100,000, $1 million for the equity side of things, and they were able to make $100 million by selling off the token, obviously they don't care about the equity. We don't know who those wallets belong to. While denying accuracy of Arkham's data, Mantra CEO Mullen stressed that the company was not aware of the identity of the addresses dumping OM prior to its crash. He went on to say, I know they don't belong to Sharuk, and I know they don't belong to Laser. I know they don't belong to our key institutional partners. Binance is attributing the OM collapse to cross-exchange liquidations. As OKX and Binance were among exchanges that saw significant OM activity before and during the crash, both exchanges addressed the issue. OKX founder Star Zhu called the incident a big scandal to the whole crypto industry. While Mantra CEO John Mullen attributed the OM crash to one exchange, Binance hit it at cross-exchange liquidations. Our initial findings indicate that the developers over the past days are a result of a cross-exchange liquidation, Binance said in the announcement on April 14th. OKX said Mantra's tokenomics had gone through major changes since October 24th and flagged suspicious activity across multiple exchanges. So all of the insiders inside of the token of Mantra and the Ohm token are denying it, but there's a lot of on-chain evidence pointing to them. So we'll continue to follow this and let you know the developments over time. This is actually very similar to what happened with Luna as far as an extreme crash of a major project. We have to remember this project got itself all the way up to $6 billion market cap, which is an absolute monster, and then dumped and crashed 90% in less than 24 hours. In fact, some traders are calling this the most significant project collapse since the Luna crisis. Mantra fell from a price of approximately $6.30 to below 50 cents. Now, it is currently trading at 60 cents. Many traders out there are calling this a rug pull. The incident follows several high-profile token collapses for cybersecurity incidents, including the Libra meme coin implosion and the $1.4 billion Bybit hack, responsible for billions of dollars in investor losses during the first few months of 2025. Headed over to the XRP charts over on TradingView. And as we can see last week, which just ended yesterday, ended up in a green candle, which is very positive. Had that crazy dip down to the 50 exponential moving average. As we take a look at our spider lines that we have going on right now, price did bounce off body-wise. Our candle from January 15th, 2018. We did obviously have the wick to the downside that bounced off the 50 exponential moving average. Our next level of resistance will be coming in. It's actually going to be the 10 exponential moving average on the weekly charts, and also our spider line, which is from January 22nd, 2018. When we drop down to the daily charts, we can see that that is exactly where price got to yesterday, and it rejected that $2.23 level. What we are looking for now is price to continue to the upside, reclaim this $2.23, $2.24 level as a support. Then we can move up to our next spider line level of $2.50. If we end up rejecting off of this level, as we did yesterday, and continuation to the downside, we will then come back to the $1.90 support level. When we take a look at our momentum waves on the daily charts, we can see here that we are finally starting to slope to the upside on our Wolfpack long-term momentum indicator, which last time it broke above the zero line was all the way back here on November 9th. So we are waiting for us to break back above zero and turn to green. Unfortunately, we have been riding this bearish sentiment for weeks now. Last time we actually retested off the zero line, which was on March 25th, it rejected and continued its downwards momentum. So long-term momentum still showing bearish on the daily charts. As far as our short-term momentum, we can see we had a recovery on April 8th from the zero level, and it's all the way back up to the top level here at 100. So what we'll be looking for in the momentum waves is to see if price can remain at this 100 level for several days like we did back here in the November pump. And if we take a look at November 9th, when it broke through our Wolfpack indicator to the green side for bullish indication, long-term momentum, we had actually peaked out at the 100 level and stayed there for several days in the positive side. So as of right now, short-term momentum is getting to the top. Long-term momentum still has a day or two before it could get back to the zero line and cross to the upside. So we'll continue watching this. Very important to continue to monitor this $2.23 resistance level and $1.90 support level. Taking a look at a smaller time frame here of the 12-hour, great news. We did actually breach the zero line on the Wolfpack long-term momentum indicator. Now, we have done this recently twice. So you can see we did this here on February 14th. Price action stalled at our $2.84 resistance level at that exact time. We then had it break back above on the 12 hours on March 5th. Unfortunately, that was short-lived. Also on March 19th, but the bullish momentum could not sustain. So we'll continue to keep an eye on this 12-hour momentum line. It did break, but we do need some continuation volume to the upside. As we can see, last time we got some break and continuation. Price broke through, came back down, retested, and then made its way to the upside. And that's when we got ourselves up into that new all-time high of $3.40. On the weekly charts, we are still bullish on the weekly momentum indicator, and our short-term momentum cycle has reset at zero, and it's looking good for a move to the upside. We have 6 days and 4 hours left in this candle. If we can remain green and build some momentum to the upside, we will start to get the turn up on our short-term shaft trend cycle momentum wave. Last time that happened for us here, turn green, was October 28th, 2024. And that's when we had our real push to the upside. Hey, bull runners, are you feeling FOMO about this bull run without the right financial support? We're here to change that. We're not just about funding, we're about growing your business together. Whether you're investing in crypto, kicking off a new startup, managing your existing business, or looking to expand, we have personalized funding that meets your exact needs. Imagine starting your business or getting capital to invest $100,000 to $250,000 at 0% interest. That's not a dream, it's what we do. We've helped countless entrepreneurs like you with 0% interest funding without needing personal funds, income verification, or collateral. With just a 680 credit score, you qualify. We understand that your business can't wait, so take advantage of our quick funding approach. We look beyond the credit score with inclusive approval process that sees the big picture of your business or investment potential. Our flexible repayments are tailored to match your business cycles, ensuring you can manage repayments without strain. With access to our extensive lending network of over 5,000 options, we're committed to finding the perfect match for your business or investing needs. Plus, you'll have our dedicated team by your side, guiding you through every step of the funding journey. Whether it's buying crypto, hiring new employees, or launching a new product, we're committed to your success. Click the link to connect with our expert advisors and secure your business's future now.